Now at 6, a wrongful death lawsuit is filed in the case of a Joplin High School student who died after an asthma attack during a football practice. Plus,
staffing is an issue nationwide, and one Joplin organization is meeting with local leaders to pinpoint the workforce issues in our area. I'm Bronte Sorotsky with the details.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
the mother of a Joplin High School student who died after an asthma attack during a football practice in 2019 is suing the school. This is KOAM News at 6. Authorities say Caden Roberts Day passed away on September 4th of 2019 from cardiac arrest caused by the asthma attack. The football team was practicing inside a Joplin High School gymnasium because of the intense heat that day. Officials say Caden had a history of severe asthma but was cleared by a doctor to play sports. Well, now his mother, LaShonda Roberts, is suing the school and several staff members at the time for wrongful death. The lawsuit alleges school staff didn't act quickly enough to help Caden. Surveillance images in the suit show Caden apparently hunched over trying to catch his breath. The lawsuit also alleges he was unconscious for 2 minutes before 911 was called and that the school didn't follow its own policies. We've reached out to the school for comment, but we have not heard back. You can read more about the suit on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. A Jasper County, Missouri judge today sentenced a St. Louis woman to prison for robbing a Joplin store at knife point. Authorities say in January of last year, Tiffany Madison was at the Academy Sports and Outdoors on South Rangeline in Joplin when she was confronted by a store employee for concealing merchandise. Police say she then grabbed a knife from a shelf and threatened the employee with it, then left the store and was later arrested. Madison pled guilty to a robbery charge and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Some rain out there again. Let's check in with Doug Heddy.
Yeah, some showers, even some thunderstorms out there, some moderate, some pockets of a little bit of heavy rain across the region. But overall, at least we're not dealing with anything too strong. We're not dealing with anything severe. But you can see actually a pretty good band really stretching from Stockton Lake all the way back into extreme southwestern Missouri and then into northwestern Arkansas, where you see the yellows, a little bit of orange. That's the heavier amounts of rain. So we're looking east of I-49 up near Stockton Lake, but drying out a bit on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side as we are going to see periods of showers and scattered thunderstorms. I think a little bit of a lull as we get into mid to late evening and then just kind of hit and miss throughout the overnight hours, but our rain chances stick around for at least 2 more days. So we're going to break that down, look into the holiday here in just a bit.
See that. Joplin's unemployment rate is currently a little more than 2%, meaning almost everyone who wants a job has one. But there are still a lot of jobs available. Area businesses are struggling to find workers and are now looking for employees outside of the area. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky has more on how local organizations are helping area businesses find employees.
In 2021, a record 47 million workers quit their jobs. And local experts say while the pandemic played a role, it wasn't the cause of this mass resignation.
There's no magic here. We can't just tap our heels together and fix it. It's a systemic issue. It's been happening for years, even pre-pandemic.
So the Joplin Chamber joined forces with the local organization LifeWork Talent to give area businesses an understanding of the current workforce and help them work on recruiting, retaining, and attracting workers to Joplin.
What we see from our clients is they can't find people. They can't keep people. A lot of times the people that they find will be there a week or 2 and then they're gone. Sometimes they're leaving a crew because of a 50-cent pay difference.
One issue area businesses have said they face is attracting people and keeping them in the Joplin area.
One of the things that we've heard from area employers is just that they're having a hard time recruiting people to come live here in Joplin. And we all know it's a great place to live and work. So we're just going to give these employers some tools to help them convince others that it's a great place to live and work.
Those tools include things like digital instruments businesses can put on their website, highlighting certain areas of Joplin to recruit more people.
We're hoping that they really get some tools and some information that will help them recruit quality employees to this region and to their companies, but also keep their good, skilled employees.
Employee retention is another issue and something Osley says needs to be addressed as much as the workforce shortage.
You need to put resources and energy into your internal workforce, otherwise they're going to leave you. You're basically pouring money into a bucket with holes if you don't also care about keeping and retaining your current workforce.
In Joplin, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
For more information about ways to recruit employees and today's workshop, go to our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Some area organizations teamed up to give people in need access to resources and potential job opportunities. The Community Foundation of Southeast Kansas, City of Pittsburgh, Kansas Works, and the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce hosted a community job and resource fair. More than 60 area vendors showed up offering educational opportunities, community resources, and possible jobs.
Communities that can help assist with those costs for educational needs and connect them with employers, just to bring the whole community together, that we're here and we can make a difference and we can help people out, and that's what we're doing.
The Job and Resource Fair took place at Pittsburgh's Memorial Auditorium. Arkansas is one of 5 states holding primary elections today. Among the races are party nominations for governor and U.S. Senate in Arkansas. We're following those races, and we're going to have the latest on KOAM News at 10. You can also find full election results on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. A Missouri state lawmaker facing charges of fraud involving medical treatments is being sued for allegedly misleading a patient about a treatment. The lawsuit alleges Representative Tricia Durgis from Nixa, as an assistant physician, used amniotic fluid injections to treat a patient's back pain in 2020. The patient says the treatments did not help and that he was charged more than $6,000 for 2 sessions. Durgis's attorney says the allegations are, quote, absolutely erroneous. Coming up, what a Missouri mother wants parents to know about another way to get specialty formula during the nationwide shortage. Plus, a local foundation hands out some large grants to organizations helping the community. The Department of Health and Environment has rescinded a boil water advisory for the city of Columbus, Kansas. The advisory was put in place because of a water system leak that resulted in a school day being canceled and the opening of the city's splash pad being postponed. That leak has now been fixed. With the ongoing shortage, a Missouri mom wants parents to know about another way to access certain kinds of baby formula. And it starts with a visit to your pediatrician. Renee Miller found out there's another way to access specialty formula after she learned that her son, Harrison, had a severe milk allergy. Now she wants you to know how she did it. Reporter Isabel Hansen has more.
It was easy. I never had to do anything.
While most store shelves look like this, Renee Miller knows there's another way to secure formula for babies who have special dietary needs.
I just knew that on the 10th of every month, I'd have a shipment of my son's formula on my front door.
Miller received Harrison's specialty formula by mail after getting a prescription from his doctor. At 16 months old, Harrison's now on solid foods and no longer needs it. But Miller feels for the other families scrambling during the shortage.
If we weren't getting the formula like we were directly through our insurance, there's no way we would have been able to do it. It's the prices, the shortage, there's none. I've not seen any Nutramigen on the shelves when I go to the store.
Once Miller got that prescription, she worked with a company called MedSource. COO Natalie Gallivan says they carry hypoallergenic, metabolic, and premature formulas, and her company works with most insurance providers to cover the costs.
When you're getting into these dietary restrictions and these special formulas, it can range $30 to $50 per can, which is expensive.
She tells me the shortage is impacting her company's supply, but there are some brands still in stock and alternatives.
It changes daily. We may get a message like, okay, a shipment is coming, and we didn't expect it. So it is definitely worth getting your information into kind of our queue so that we can kind of see where we can help out.
When I go to the store and I see the shelves empty, I tell my husband all the time, like, man, we got lucky. We got so lucky that our son ended formula right before all of this started, because it's heartbreaking.
MedSource does work with parents who use WIC and have Medicaid coverage. A local foundation today made some great big donations to some area organizations. The Joplin Regional Community Foundation's Philanthropic Society handed out $50,000 grants to 3 organizations in different categories. One category was community health. That grant went to Jasper County CASA. In the category of barriers to work and prosperity, Higher Power Garage was chosen, and Loving Grace won the grant for housing. A little bit later, the Columbus Titans prepare for their first ever appearance in the 3A state baseball tournament.
Plus the cool May temperatures and the showers and thunderstorms stick around. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be another chilly day for us today. We've had those periods of showers, thunderstorms across the region. It has kept our temperatures down, as most of the day we've been sitting into the mid-60s, which you can see that's where we are at right now. Here's our Lander Chevrolet live tower camera looking at I-44, still some wet roads. So here's eastbound toward the 249 loop, westbound back on the south side of Joplin, and it looks like as we go through the overnight hours, we are going to still have some periods of showers and thunderstorms. A little bit of a lull moving in over the next few hours. Pretty sky, a little ominous looking, nothing to worry about. 65 east southeasterly winds at about 20. Humidity, of course, is up there. Temperatures fairly steady over the next several hours, kind of hanging out into the lower 60s, dropping near 60 for us later on tonight. And here's that last band that is rotated through. Nothing strong, nothing severe. It's too cold. I was very convinced this storm system earlier this month would produce severe weather, and it's just too cold. So we're getting showers and thunderstorms with it, but nothing severe, which I'll take. And I think most of you will. Bands of showers in the yellow. This is really kind of working through southwestern Missouri. The yellow shows us moderate, even a few pockets of heavier rain. So this goes 49 highway right through northwest Arkansas, Pineville, into southern parts of Newton County. So this will track into Berry County. This will track into Lawrence County. Let's go a little farther north, eastern Jasper, up through Dade, and then St. Clair and Cedar counties. That's where the heaviest amounts of rain is, kind of falling apart a little bit on the Kansas side for now. But this system tracks out right on us, which is a great severe weather setup for May. But again, just pulled in a little bit too much cold air, and it takes its good old sweet time getting out of here. So that means we have the clouds, we have the showers, and thunderstorms sticking around for the next couple days. All right, so over the next few hours, we could still have a few kind of trying to flare up in southwestern Missouri, a little bit drier, Kansas and Oklahoma. I think we'll hit a lull late tonight. And then as we go through the daytime hours on Wednesday, overall, not a bad day. We're going to have some scattered thunderstorms out there, mainly on the Kansas side and Oklahoma. But I think overall, we have mostly cloudy skies with just some hit and miss isolated thunderstorms during the afternoon. 64 by noon. Depending on sun, 67, maybe upwards of 70 if we can get a little bit more sunshine. Tomorrow night, the main upper level low starts to work in. So this means after midnight, rain starts to crank up a little bit. Again, nothing too strong, nothing severe, but this gives us scattered showers and thunderstorms. So here's Thursday morning. We get on the backside by Thursday afternoon. Then finally, they start to calm down and push out of here, and things look better by the time we head into the holiday weekend. Additional rainfall amounts, I think most of us, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. There could be some isolated heavier amounts, but overall nothing too worrisome. 67 tomorrow, 63 Thursday. Look at this, holiday weekend, unofficial start of summertime, and Mother Nature is right on cue, right back into the 80s. Majority of the weekend overall looks pretty good for outdoor activities.
Although according to your graphic, we're going to get 3 raindrops on Saturday. I see.
Yeah, 3, give or take 1 or 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
so anywhere from 2 to 4
Yeah.
raindrops. Thanks. Still ahead, the Diamond Wildcats play for their first ever softball state championship, And the Columbus Titans prepare for Thursday's 3A state opener in Manhattan. We're going to hear from the team coming up.
Well, we have two local softball teams playing for state titles today in Southwest Missouri. First up, the Diamond Wildcats hit the field against Skyline, aiming to bring home the Class II state championship. Diamond aiming for their first ever state title today, while Skyline trying to make it back-to-back championships. The Tigers strike first, Grace Edge. Second inning home run off the foul pole and left. Skyline goes up 1-0. Diamond, though, rips off 6 straight runs, including 4 in the 7th. The big play here, this 3-run bomb to straightaway center from Lexi Bridges. Breaks it open with Diamond leading 6-1. The Skyline, like I said, defending state champs, so they're not going down easily. 2 runs already in here. This single scores 1 more, but Caitlin Shurry saves another run with a great throw from center. Diamond holds on to win the game 6-4. The Wildcats capture their first ever state championship. In Class 1, the Jasper Eagles hit the field this afternoon against Wellington Napoleon, aiming for a state title. But the Eagles fall a little short today, 7-2. Jasper finishes as Class 1 state runner-up with a 16-10 overall record. Well, this week is a big week for Crowder College. The Crowder baseball team hit the road to Grand Junction, Colorado today for their second straight appearance in the Junior College World Series. Meanwhile, Crowder softball is also in the national tournament, playing their first game tonight in Yuma, Arizona. The Rough Riders are the 10 seed in the bracket and will face 7th seeded McLennan at about 8 p.m. We'll have the latest from this game right here tonight at 10. The Columbus Titans will make their first ever appearance in the 3A state baseball tournament this week. The Titans are the 3 seed in the state bracket and will face 6th seeded Sabetha on Thursday in Manhattan. Now, Columbus heads into the state tournament with a 20-2 overall record. Their only 2 losses came to Girard and Frontenac. Now, Girard, by the way, is also in the 3A state bracket, and Frontenac finished 17-4. So this Columbus team is battle-tested, coming out of a tough league and tough region.
We got the toughest regional and league in the state, all classes. I'll say that confidently. It's tough. Usually the team that wins our regional is playing for a state title, winning a state title, and I don't think it's going to be any different this year.
They've played together since they're 5-6 years old, and they know each other well, and the chemistry with them is just fun to coach.
Finally, Kansas High School State Golf got cut a little short today, with 2-day tournaments across the state being cut to just 1 day due to the weather. Still, though, plenty of local players placing at state. These are top 10 finishers. Chanute's Drayton Cleaver won the 4A individual state championship, shooting a 2 over 74. In Class 3A, Neodesha's Kyle Eggers finishes in 5th. Then we had 2 top 10 finishers in Class 2A, with Colgan's Nick Eisen taking 5th, and Yates Center's Jack King right behind him in 6th. And that's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Martin Semenuk served in the U.S. Army Air Corps from 1941 to 1945. Scammon, Kansas native was stationed in Germany and received 2 Purple Hearts. And we salute Staff Sergeant Martin Semenuk, our 4-state hero. President Biden plans to address the nation tonight following the tragic school shooting in Texas that left 14 students and 1 teacher dead. He's expected to speak at about 7:30 our time, and you can see that coverage here on KOAM starting at 7:15 or through the KOAM News mobile app. Now let's check back with Doug for an update on the weather.
Well, we are still going to be dodging some scattered showers and thunderstorms through the overnight hours tonight, especially mid to late evening, and they just kind of hit and miss tomorrow. They can pick back up tomorrow night into Thursday. Temperatures kind of cool for May, but warming up as we head into the holiday weekend.
Final sports notes.
We have 6 local baseball and softball teams competing at Kansas State Championships this week. You can check out their first round matchups and the full brackets on the sports page on our website.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.